the impermanence of life, how nothing is permanent, and we as the creation, uh, we need to realize that the things we run after, we are attached to, they don't exist, or they're temporary. Our existence is temporary. What truly exists is God, is the Creator, is the Holy Spirit. And uh, if we, for a moment, meditate on this idea that we, our own consciousness as this individual is an illusion, and we, when we focus on the oneness of God, in that brief second, you forget yourself, your problems, all the worries of the world, and only God, he comes in front of you. You can feel that there is nothing but God. And this philosophy, uh, which is the basis of Islam, when we say La ilaha illallah, there is nothing but God, it's so important to understand. We say that, but we are not uh, in that state of mind. So understanding the how everything is temporary, and uh, if we learn to merge in this ocean of oneness, we can truly learn to be at peace, just like God, just like just like the sea, how it is always in that equilibrium. It's constantly one with the Creator. And this is what we as humans need. We need to be rooted in truth, in God, in divine love. Only then the water, the elements, within us that make us who we are, they will be expressing themselves, worshipping the Creator automatically, because we are allowing them to be in their highest potential, in their nature. We're not trying to manipulate them, we're not trying to uh, oppress, suppress, and we are only letting go. Nature exists in simplicity. It does not force anything. There is no compulsion. Yet, when we see things from the five senses or the intellect, it seems like there is so much violence and chaos and all that. But when we see from the eyes of God, from the lens of nature, we can actually feel the pure bliss, pure love. It's it's that is true sexuality. That is true sensuality. That is true love. That is everlasting. It will exist forever because God is here and now. He is eternal and self sufficient. He is eternal and self sufficient. He is eternal and self sufficient. And His grace manifests in nature uh, constantly as various expressions. And we can see that if we notice it closely, how God is giving us infinite signs, to embrace His existence, which is for our own good. He doesn't need that reassurance. He knows that He is the truth. He doesn't say, I am God. That is His humility. He is not imposing anything. He is not an oppressor or a tyrant. He is the most compassionate, the most merciful, and only God can understand that. Just like only a father or a mother can understand the love they have for their children. Uh, the child cannot understand until and unless he becomes a parent, right? Uh, so you can say that these are the instincts of God. If lack for if I if I lack for a better word, just think like that. The nature of God is just you know uh, to provide, to protect. Just like in Islam, we have 99 names of God, and they reflect, each one of them, they reflect the nature or attributes of Allah, right? Which is so beautiful. It's so important to get to the essence of it and not just repeating that out of fear, but out of pure love. When an artist sees a painting, he's not just looking at the painting, he is appreciating the artist. He's seeing the artist in that creation, right? If you see the statue of Michelangelo, uh, you you're going to see the spirit of Leonardo da Vinci, right? Uh, if you see the Taj Mahal, you you won't just see a palace. You will see the love of Shah Jahan for his wife Mumtaz Mahal, uh, and how he has left these clues in his creation. Of course, there were thousands of people who were uh, helping him manifest his vision, but the credit goes to him because he is the one who conceived that idea. That emotion came into fruition. So just think of this universe as God's Taj Mahal. He has expressed his love for his creation uh, and he's he's sharing that pure pure love. He's not keeping it to himself. Just like when you create a video on YouTube, you can uh, just create something beautiful and just hide it, put it in private just for yourself. Nobody will be able to experience that. But if you make it public, then you have your audience to appreciate it, to recognize you, right? There's a there's a reason behind it. Uh, so this is beautiful. God is an artist. He is a scientist. He is a musician, a mathematician. He is a doctor, healer, so many things. I mean, uh, so it's beautiful how uh, when we learn to meditate, which is something I will be talking about in my next video. We can learn to appreciate little moments in our lives, because normally we are in a rush. We are not present. We are not mindful. We are constantly in this claustrophobic, state, in complete anxiety that, oh my God, I want I want this to be done right now. I want this. I want that. Da 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 da. Da. What's next? Da di do do da da da. And that is making us mad. That I mean, you can see that on the road when you're crossing, the traffic. Everybody is thinking about themselves. They Although they can wait for like 10 seconds and let somebody else who's walking, they can cross the road, they can they will not get late, but they believe that, oh, I'm out of time, or I'm more important, whatever, me first. That gives them this delusion that if I am going to rush, I will I will be on time. And the issue is that uh, it causes more harm than uh, a benefit, because as humans, if you look at ants, it's so beautiful how they are they are always, there's this camaraderie in their uh, little community. When you look at them, how each one of them, they are so organized and and they always greet each other, and they are letting the other person go. I mean, at least that's what I've observed. So I mean, we are human beings, but and we are so proud of our existence, but we haven't really achieved what we were meant to spiritually. We have a long way to go. If Of course we have to be the change individually, and so what I'm saying is that because uh, we are stuck internally, we are unable to receive that energy, uh, we are not in sync with the universe, just like nature is, is in sync in that, divine flow, the universal flow. uh, if we start following that design, by, by living with simplicity and in an organic way. Of course, it's easier said than done, but what I mean is that simply grounding yourself can, help us at a micro level, right? You cannot expect the world to change, but at least you know that if you are at peace, you are making a change, right? So you only focus on yourself, that I am going to, uh, I am going to relax, I am going to learn to let go, learn to surrender to God, I am going to accept things as they are, and uh, just release all the insecurities and the troubles that I'm carrying, all the regrets and everything, and focus on what exists, what is important. When you are at the beach, there's this beautiful atmosphere where you are you can hear the waves crashing, you know, on the shore against the rocks, and there's constant wind. There are birds, seagulls making noises. It's a beautiful, there's this synergy. Even people who are there are happy, you know, because of the vibration. It, and it makes you want to stay there. It you're forgetting everything else, and that is the state of reality. If we learn to meditate, um, we can understand uh, how beautiful life can be, and it's just one step at a time. You have to just learn to accept that uh, I am nothing, God is everything, and God exists in everything. He is nothing but God. And trouble I'm running after, they are just figment of my imagination. Yes, they are important in some ways, that we have so many responsibilities, or uh, we have our goals, and uh, our targets, but it's like, when you exercise, 30 seconds help you recover, right? That recovery is so important. Just like, when we are busy the whole day, we need to sleep for recovery. Rest is important for the mind and body. The same way the soul needs rest to recover. The soul needs rest to recover. And how can the soul recover or heal? The more it is inclined towards its true nature, it is going to heal. The sign that you are healing or aligned with your higher self is that you are at peace, you are content, you are feeling positive, you are relaxed, you are feeling compassionate, you're laughing, you have a smile on your face, you are being more selfless, you are not insecure, you are willing to share. These are, this is what it means to be human, to reflect the image of God. God has created us in His image. If if, if we are following that design, we are going to be like Him. We will get the same characteristics, right? If we are not following that design, it will be in reverse. So we have to understand that uh, how oneness of God, oneness of existence, our interconnectedness is so important, and we have to embrace that wholeheartedly. Uh, we have to allow that ocean of divine love to penetrate into our hearts so that we can be vessels of God and serve Him, even if it is just 0.01%. We are, our purpose must be to give ourselves to God. Just like you see honeybees, how they are worshiping God. Although we see them as just bees, you know, following their routine, going from one flower to another, making honey, which is beautiful, right? Just like I talked about Taj Mahal. If you look at the how how they make their uh, hive, it's so beautiful. But if you see it from another angle, they are doing it for God. It's written in the Holy Quran, how nature is worshipping the Creator. They understand, they are aware, they are God conscious, because we cannot communicate with them. We cannot perceive that. But it's when you see it from that angle, you'll be like, oh wow. And you have to be in that state, you know uh, because one can truly ignore something so beautiful that is right in front of them. When you go to, let's say, some foreign country, and you have a beautiful building, architecture in front of you, or there is a mountain or a valley, anything that is so divinely gorgeous. And I mean, you can be so full of yourself that you might not notice it, or the beauty it contains. uh, just like right now, our focus is on who is uh, following me on social media, how many likes did I get, what's going on. We are not thinking about that. The God is right here, and you know uh, right here in front of me. And this feeling that I have, that The trouble that I'm carrying is this burden is just my own ignorance, due to my own ignorance. Uh, this is something I'm holding on to, but it's just my it's insecurity of losing this, which is nothing. I might not even realize it because that's how we survive. The ego wants to preserve itself, but this is why it's important to focus on our uh, true nature, on the reality, on God, on truth, which is infinite, right? It's infinite, it's permanent, it's just accept that everything is just an illusion and is nothing but God, and I have to drown myself, take a plunge in that divine ocean. Uh, and once we develop that habit of meditating, we can learn to remain in that state all the time. It's just like uh, when you exercise, you feel good. Your endorphins are released in that 45 minutes or whatever time you spend. But after the workout is over, the effect slowly wears off. Um, but if you keep on practicing it, you can actually feel good all the time. The difference is that we took out a certain amount of time, right? But when you understand uh, that you can experience that all the time, where is that peace coming from? Where is that uh, enthusiasm coming from? Yes, the brain is producing certain chemicals, but how are these thoughts being manifested? There is something going on behind the scenes that the mind cannot understand. The mind is just the software, the brain is the hardware, but there's something going on, uh, and the more we are in tune with that higher frequency, we can experience that bliss. It's just like learning to drive a car, you know. So I think this has been a good session. I hope you resonated with it, and maybe we can continue our conversation later. And I would love to hear your feedback on this. Take care.